Alright, so tomorrow we have our test. It's focused mainly on distributed property and combining like terms. So let me review with you guys. For the English side, so if you guys notice the instructions said simplify each expression, let me take the instructions out. So for our English speakers, let me review question number 2. Let me work number 2 with you guys. Let me get rid of parentheses first. Let me multiply the 8x to the numbers on the inside. So I'm going to have 8x minus 48x squared. Notice that on the x times x, I just added the exponents. Now, looking at the second parentheses, negative 3x, let me multiply to the inside. So I'm going to have negative 30x squared plus 30x. Once again, x times x gave me x squared. So now, here, let me combine those terms that are like terms. In order for them to be like terms, they have to have the same letter to the same exponent. So looking at the x squares, those two, negative 48 and a negative 30, give me negative 78x squared. I don't do anything to the x squared. It's just for me to know which two I can combine. Now, if I look at the others, 8x plus 30x, I'm going to call that 38x. 8 plus 30 gives me 38. So that's all we do. At the end, I cannot combine these two because one of them is x squared, the other one is just x, so I cannot combine them. Ahora mirando en español, a la hispana, mirando lo de español, lo único que tenemos que hacer al principio es eliminar los paréntesis. Voy a multiplicar este 3 por los términos que tengo adentro. 3 por 7n me da 21n. 3 por 9 me da 27. Ahora en el segundo paréntesis, el 2 de afuera, déjalo multiplico para adentro. 2 por 8 es 16. Y 2 por negativo 5n me da negativo 10n. Luego combino los términos que están parecidos. Miro 21n, negativo 10n. Los dos son n. So 21 menos 10 me da 11n. Y luego 27 más 16 me da positivo 43. Al final no lo combino porque uno tiene n y el otro no. Now let me take a look at question number 4. Get rid of parentheses by multiplying the negative 2 on the outside to the terms on the inside. So let me have negative 2n plus 14. Right, I multiply the negative 2 to both of the inside. On the second parentheses, let me multiply the negative 3n to the terms on the inside. So I'm going to have negative 27n squared minus 12n. Remember, multiplying letters, I added the exponents. So it seems on letters, the highest exponent is n squared. That is the only one. So I'm just going to write negative 27n squared. Then, when it comes to n's, there's negative 2, negative 12. I'm going to call this negative 14n. And then my plus 14, the term that has no letter, I'm just going to write plus 14. I finished with 3 terms. I cannot combine any of them because those that do have an n, they have different n's. And then the other one doesn't have a letter. So in this case, I finished with 3 terms. Ahora en español, dejen no hago la 3, dejen trabajo la 6. Dejen voy a trabajar la 6. La forma que voy a trabajar, vamos a hacer esto, simplificar, es multiplicar negativo 5 para los términos de adentro. So, negativo 5 por 2 me da negativo 10. Negativo 5 por 9m me da negativo 45m. En el segundo paréntesis multiplicamos el negativo 9m por los términos de adentro. Entonces tengo negativo 27m menos 45m al cuadrado. Tomen en cuenta que sumé los exponentes, por eso me salió m al segundo. Ahora cuando voy a juntar los términos que son parecidos, m al cuadrado Ese es el único. Entonces voy a escribir negativo 45 m al cuadrado. Luego, solo la m sola, tengo negativo 47 y negativo 27. A ver, negativo 45 y negativo 27. Lo sumo estos y me da negativo 72. Son negativo 72m. Luego el último, el menos 10, el que no tiene letra, lo voy a poner menos 10. Terminé con tres términos, pero ninguno son parecidos. Dos tienen letra, pero tienen diferente letra. Y el último obviamente no tiene letra ninguna. All right, in English, let me skip, I don't know, up to number 14. Um, so let me start by multiplying the negative 8n to the terms on the inside. So I have negative 32n, and then I have positive 64n squared. Looking at the second parentheses, let me multiply the negative 10n to the inside. So I have negative 10n squared minus 90n. So looking at those that have n squares are those two, 64 minus 10. So I'm going to call that 54n squared. And then I can combine negative 32n with negative 90n. So I'm going to call that negative 122n. And that's pretty much it. All right, good luck. Remember, be ready for the test tomorrow. If you have any questions, please ask.